this video will show basically that all the best intentions were there, but the cold had got to me. So I sort of learnt a lot from that day. I was making mistakes, brain was switching off, weren't going right at all. Tried to infuse myself, lost a couple of fish. It just made it worse. So it's weird, isn't it? You know, it doesn't matter what sport we do. If we do well, that's fine. When things are going bad and you're cold, not layered up properly, like one coat, checked what the temperature was before I went out. Checked the temperature, said, oh, it's going to be like 7 degrees or something like that. But in the wind chill, it was like -3, 4, 5. It was lethal, and my feet felt like somebody had ran over them with a forklift truck. They were that bloody in pain. Oh, it was horrible. You sort of grin and bear it. It's own fault. So we got laid up, hot drinks. But anyway, watch the film and you'll see what I mean. I might butt in a few times with a few little clips.
Oh well, you've welcome. Good morning. I was going to go on the river. I've just had a check of the river and it's flooded, so we won't be going on any rivers. So I've come to a local pool, Sue Street, on the Hyndburn and Blackburn card, and there's no one here, so it's ice cold. I've checked the water; it's ice cold. I'll give you a quick glimpse of what the weather's been doing. You'll have to look very carefully. You can see in the background there's lots of snow on the hill, so it's been snowing, so it's pretty sub-zero. There's no ice on the pool yet. At some stage it will be. Oh, we've got a Christmas tree. Anyway, we're going to get on with the fishing. We'll go through the setup. We've got to keep it nice and simple, not a lot of bait going in. Hopefully we're in for a few roach, possibly some skimmer, maybe nothing at all, but we're going to keep it as simple as possible. And we'll get on with it. I'll get the gear's down there, and I'm just going to get set up. Catch you in a bit. Right, testing 1, 2, 3. Let's have a look at the rod. Rod up in the air, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's bloody cold. Go check it. Welcome. The session is going to be a lot more complicated than I thought. I set up a little, my plan was to put a little cage feeder out, which I've got, a little 12-gram cage feeder, putting tiny bits of bait out just to build a swim up with some maggots on it. But it was very apparent once I started just checking, but it was virtually impossible to find any area that didn't have any weed. As I was dragging it through, I found a tiny, I mean really tiny little patch, and it's hit and miss. So this I'm going to have to drop if I can't sort of control that area. You can see the bottom here, it's gin clear the water, which is alright, but you can see it's full of weed, so it's too hit and miss. So what I'll do with that later is I will bob a little bomb on, and I put a heavy hook link on with some pop-up bread on it, and there's always a possibility of nailing something on that, but that's just for if it's that tough. So I'm going to leave that there for a minute. I've got a little waggler rod. We'll set up the little waggler and we'll have to fish it a little bit shallow-ish, casting regularly, see if we can get anything out of the swim. Already set up from last time. I've just got to pop a float on, so use that. Oh, let's have a look. So today, just a selection of wagglers. So I'm going to put something on that's quite visible, you can see, because it's very patchy, the light out there. So the first choice would always go for something like a yellow float and a straightforward waggler, but what I might just set up, which always comes in handy, are some Dren and Glow tip antennas. So I've got a couple here. I'll start with the 3BB one. I can see that very clearly. Oh, I might be tempted. I was going to try and use something different today, but there's plenty here. Lots of canal greys and things like that, which are ideal for this sort of thing. But we'll see how it goes. I can see that very easily. It's very visible. We'll just pop that on there. 11-foot little waggler rod, little die-hour one. Very simple setup. Let's undo that. £4 line on it. 3000 Shimano reel. Just pop that on there and we should be off and going. So I'll just test it, see if it's okay. Just got it on a little quick release adapter, little rubber thing. Alright, it's beginning to rain, which is just right. So I'm going to have to cover the camera up in a sec. And that floats perfect. Whoa, full wind that. Got to be no backups on, I'm sure of it. Got to make this work. Pop this in the bag. Let's make it work. If it doesn't, look. Weed. That's never going to work, that. So I will have a look at that, changing that over in a bit if this doesn't work, just to see if we can pop up something on a bit of bread maybe. As it is now, we'll leave that for the time being. We'll come back to it later and we'll have a rethink. Kick off with a couple of reds. Size 18, B911 I think, it could be. One little dropper, we're going to move that dropper again, don't like it. That's better, purely for anything going through the water. Right. See how it goes. Keep it simple. Float stuck up in the air, if you like. Settled nicely. We'll just keep and work it and see if we can make it work. Not going to leave it in the water for too long. Just right. Just a few maggots at a time. Slam that in. And we'll see what happens. Right. Regular casting. Tiny little bits of bait. 2 or 3 maggots at a time. Roughly around about 13 metres I would say, maybe 12. Held that. Bit of a crosswind, let that wind drop off a little bit. It's going to struggle to even get one fish. We'll give it a try. Possibly had something interested in that. Bait's a little bit sucked. Just going to put a single white maggot on. Side up it, parachute style. Let's think slower. more naturally. I've not set the bait right on the bottom because of all the weed that's on the bottom, so I've got no choice, so I had to come off the bottom, but I've picked a sensible sort of depth around about, I would say about 3 foot. Scale all the hook lengths down, right down to like 0.1. Very, you know, it's not heavy duty hook that I've got on, it's quite a fine hook. Right, rain starting. Might turn into snow by the looks of it. Different to fishing summer. Right, at this point I decided that, oh well, enough's enough on that peg on peg 1. It wasn't producing, there was nothing there, too shallow, there's no fish, so next bet, move down the lake into peg 3. 2 pegs up, deep water, less weed, let's see if this works. Alright, I've moved pegs. I don't know if you can catch me on the video, but I've moved pegs into the deeper water because there's apparently there's nothing going on up there. So it's like starting afresh. Just gonna dob that out and feed this line here and I'll see how it goes. Oh, first fish. Jesus, took its time. Oh, what have we got? A rod. Oh, thank God for that. I'm not going to bother with the keep net. I'm not bothering. and ice cold. Beautiful little roach. All day waiting. We'll turn up. Oh, getting some good bites now on the twitch. So a lot of people will tell you that, you know, keep your baits as still as possible, possibly, you know, with pellets and things, but with maggots, sometimes it helps, especially when it's as cold as this, obviously, to try and twitch the bait a bit. Put a single maggot on. I'm just going to hook him through the head. Get back out of there. Feather it in right at the last drop. Bit of a twitch. Twitch it again. That did the trick. Beautiful little rod. Beautiful. Good. Another rod, which is amazing because it's absolutely freezing, and you're sort of synonymous with that summer fishing. Beautiful little golden flanks on it. Absolute blood red fins on it. Gorgeous. A bonny little rod. Just cut that one just right. Maggot's still okay. Good to go. Delicate bite that. That was a delicate bite. Oh, he pulled out. Oh, what was it? That was a delicate bite. Oh, God. What the heck could have that been? Ooh. Lovely roach. Lovely roach.
Right, I have to speak up. I'm using my backup camera here. No. What's happened is it's gone proper bitterly cold. Right, it's dropped off again. Right, my only advice is when it's cold, get wrapped up warm, man. I'm going to get going in a minute. It's absolutely freezing. Hope you enjoyed the film. I'm very sorry if I'm not talkative. This is absolutely bitter. The wind is lethal. So, trying to get bloody fastened up. Right, well, caught a few little bits, saved a blank. It's cold, and I've lost a couple of decent fish, but never mind. I might carry on for a couple of more minutes, but if I don't and the camera runs out, I'll see you later. Yay! Crack on! Ooh. And I don't feel like dancing. I'm out of here. Catch you later.